Okay, so first thing on the LinkedIn, I want to share that it's going to be the headshot. It's very important to add your headshot, very professional headshot in the LinkedIn. And then if you are going to be graduated, you don't have that option, but sometimes you can verify your email address. For example, if you work in Texas A&M Commerce, you can verify that you are working with Texas A&M Commerce. So let me share my screen and I can show you. I will show you my LinkedIn profile and how you can do the same. So I have verified that I work with AT&T, but if you work with Texas A&M, you can verify that too. And that shows the recruiters that it's legitimate profile. This person already is working with this company. Okay, so here's my profile. You will see over there is an option. It's showing work email. So if you want to verify, there is certain steps you need to follow. If you are working with Texas A&M Commerce, they will send you from LinkedIn link in your Texas A&M Commerce email. So you need to go to that email address and just click that link to verify that you're working with that company or you belong to that Texas A&M Commerce, you did business analytics, things like that. So that's a very new feature, and I think it's very useful for the recruiters to see. So other than the headshot, number one, I mentioned the headshot. You need to have a professional headshot. Then you can verify your work email. And it is important to have a nice tagline that shows what are you really looking for, what career. If you are looking for a business analyst job, you can mention aspiring business analyst. And if you have any previous experience back in your home country, then you can say experienced business analyst, how many years you have experience, you can mention that as well. So for me, I work as a program manager at AT&T, so I mentioned that. Plus, what is my expertise area is product and program management. So if you are, comment me that what is the job that you're looking for. In that way, I can tell you certain things related to the same job. Are you looking for data analyst, business analyst? What kind of job you're looking for? Comment. Oh, where to send the link from? This is actually from LinkedIn. If you go to the LinkedIn profile, you will see a verification option. So if you click that verification option, you will be seeing, they will ask you to enter your email address. In that way, you can send that to your work email. So if you work in some company, other country, it will going to send that companies, right? So it is good to verify your current company instead of the previous ones. You can't verify the previous company that you already left. This is just for the current company. So business analyst, Java developer, data engineer. Okay, that's awesome. Marketing analyst, business analyst, full stack. Okay, so what you can do is add that in the tagline section and some of the skills. So if you are looking for a data analyst or data engineer job, add those skills. What are the top 2 or 3 skills the hiring manager is looking for? Add that in the tagline. So for me, I did certain certification that has a lot of value. So I added those Scrum Master certification, Safe 5 Agilist certification. Maybe down the line in your career, you might need to have certain certification as well. If you think that is valuable, be sure to add that in that, because this is something people will see when they first open your profile. So so what was the first thing? It was picture, then you verify your work email, you have a good tagline. You can also, if you have a tendency, you coach or mentor people, you can add something like, oh, I mentored 50 students when I was studying, because when I was a student, I had hosted some sessions that I teach other students on Power BI, how to use Power BI to do data analysis. And that, when I was looking for my first job right after graduation, I used that in my resume, that help other people know that I have experience managing different students, managing a bigger team that will help me in my current role. So if you have any experience like that, feel free to do that. So Abrar, I can share you a video after this and how to verify that option. I have certain links, I will share it with you. Okay. So moving on, you will use this featured section. So in featured section, all the top skills that you have, if you have any certification in LinkedIn, so there are some LinkedIn learning course. So tell me comment two skills that you are learning right now and you think that's going to be relevant for your next job. Just write 2 skills in the comment. So Joseph, if you're looking for business or data analyst, what skills you think you need? Okay. SQL, AWS, okay. Java. Yeah, so if you have any certification on AWS, if you have any certification on Python that you have completed any courses, feel free to add that in the feature section. So for me, I added, as I mentioned, my SCM, the CSM certification, the Safe Agile certification, and PMP for project managers. And also, when I was a student, all the accomplishment I had, or in internship, I got some reward. So I added those as well. So now I removed it, but when I did internship, there was an outstanding intern award. I added that in my portfolio as well. So this is something when I was a student organization president, I received this award from the team, so I added this. So any volunteer activity, internship experience you have, if there is anything you can highlight, I will highly recommend added those in the feature section because that's something people will look into before even they go further in your profile and look into your experience and everything else, right? So that's very, very helpful. Okay, let me go to the next section. The next section of featured is work experience. Work experience and about. So about is an interesting section where you can add your goal. What is your goal to look for in your current job? So add those keywords. So if you're looking for software engineer job, go to the LinkedIn job section and look for 5 different job description and fetch out those keywords. Or if you're looking for a data analyst, same thing. Fetch out those keywords that the hiring manager is looking for and try to create a summary in the about section that has those keywords. So for me, I was looking into data analyst job. I will add all those skills. For a software engineer, it will be Java, C, right? Like AWS, what the recruiter manager is looking for from that job. Add those skills over here in the about section, like a summary, what your expertise is, and something that defines you. And you can here add top skills. So you can only add 5 skills here, right? Like in the end of it, you have a section where you can add 50 of the skills. I will definitely recommend to add all 50 skills. However, you can select top 5 skills among all the 50 skills, what you want to showcase in the beginning of your LinkedIn. So this is the skills for top skills. Right. And before I go further, I want to know if you have any questions on this. Let me know. Any questions? Okay, so recently LinkedIn has a cool feature that if you are interested in certain company, you can go to that company website and end of the company, like if you go all the way down, they have a link. You can say, I'm interested working with this company. So let's say I want to work with, so let me open a new tab. And I'm going to the job section. So let's say I want to work with Walmart. So I'm going to Walmart website, and in the About section, do you see that there is an option interested in working with us in future? Can you see that? You just click I'm interested. So what it will do, it's going to share your profile. So you say you have expressed interest by privately sharing your profile. I'm just showing a demo, right? You can do it for any other companies. So if you're interested working with top 10 companies that you want to see yourself working, find out those names and go to the company website, go to the About section. If you want to make a note, please do take notes. I will pause for some time. I will take questions, and I want you to do that. I don't want you to forget about it. So go to that company website, go to the About section all the way. There is an option. You can click I am interested. If once you hit that, that means the recruiters, they can see your profile directly. Let me see the questions once you take the note. Does recruiters only look for skills mentioned on LinkedIn? So it's a lot more than just skills. It's about if you can demonstrate how you use their skills and what kind of results or impact that you bring. So if you are using Tableau, if you can mention what you have done with the Tableau, if you can mention a project and how that project helped that company, is that help the company to optimize some of their system, or maybe reduction of cost because they were able to pick some metrics from it, right? So once you can add those numbers, more than just telling I know Tableau, then if you can show up projects, if you can add those numbers correctly, then it's going to help the recruiters knowing that you have worked on it. And so is cold emailing works? If yes, any example? Cold emailing, I will say reach out to the recruiters directly through LinkedIn. So if you are looking for any job, if you every day review it, right, what are the jobs, you will see that person who is hiring also, right? And you can send an message, but sometimes they will not reply because a lot of people reach out to them. But I can give you an example of what to write. So this is something I have learned from Tene. She's a marketing, she's recruiter with Microsoft. So I'm going to share a template with you from her. I follow her and she shared very helpful tips. So it's when you inbox a recruiter hiring manager, you start with appreciation, and then you say how you stand out from other applicants, and say what you want, not just, oh, I'm looking a job in Walmart. Be specific what job you want, or it's best if you can share a job ID. Oh, I have seen a job, I have applied for this job. This is the job ID. If we can talk for 5 minutes, and don't share resume because that's a waste of their time. They normally don't go to the resume. Can you imagine if 10 to 15 people reach out to the recruiters each day with resume, they're not going to look or review the resume. So I just shared a template how you can approach to the recruiters. You can copy and save it on your end. Let me know once you already did it. Type done, and then I will continue. Is that a good example, Krishna? Are you done?
Yes, and also I have one more question. Like, for example, if a role was posted by a company that has applicants of like about 200 applicants within an hour. So if we want to apply for that company, and if we are willing to work at that company, and
Yeah, I will not
and
suggest to apply for that job because it's already have 200 plus applicants, means you have very less chance.
less chance, yes, that's true. But the one who was hiring, we can mail to them also, right?
Yes, you can
For
email you're talking about, or LinkedIn.
anyway.
Yes, if you have that email address, right? Normally you don't see someone's email address in publicly, right? Like you don't know their work email address. So that could be a challenging, but if you reach out to LinkedIn, I guess that's more effective because everyone comes to LinkedIn, even if they're hiring people, they use LinkedIn, right, as a tool to hire the next candidate. So use LinkedIn to, and don't just always be, I want this, I want this. Sometimes know that you should show your value as well. Like why you need to explain in 1 or 2 lines why you are the best candidate, right? Instead of just saying, oh, I want a job as a data engineer. So tell them what some of your work, or the best thing is if you could create a portfolio and just, you can share the portfolio with you. So in the portfolio, they will see every single projects you worked, a summary of your past experience, and just one link can give a lot of idea. Even that's what LinkedIn is for, right? Like in LinkedIn, you can add a lot of your activities. Someone is coming to see your LinkedIn. It should be in a way that they already know you are the experienced person, you are the right fit, and they will hire. So how I'm giving this example is it takes time sometimes to build a profile, but if you start today, in 3 to 4 years, your profile will get better and better if you are updating it, right? If you are adding all the projects. So what do I mean by adding projects? So let's say I worked with RailPage and there were 2 projects I worked with. So I added those projects here, and not just saying that I worked, what was the outcome? What was the, showing those numbers. Plus I have added the links so someone can see the projects I worked if they click to the link, right? So same goes to the students. So if you worked in a project, think about 5 courses that you learned in Texas A&M. If you don't have experience, I'm talking in that way. And then if you can add some of the projects you worked in certain, you can add those links of the projects. If you're using Tableau or if you are doing some data visualization, add those links to the profile in this section where you can add any links you want. Or if you have been active in student organization, right? You can add those pictures, or if there is any article, any post, anything, use this section to show your skill, right? Show your, you actually work there, you stand out from everyone else. So that's gonna give the recruiter, just saying that, oh, I have done it, that's more like visualizing, right? They can see what you have done. It's not just, oh, I have done this, I have create an impact, but they can also see what projects you worked on. Okay, if I hired this person, he or she can create the same impact in my company. So that will make you stand out. So use this section as much as you can. And even there is another option, is skills under the job description. So each job you use different skills, right? So try to add skills in each different job section. So it shouldn't be, sometimes it shouldn't be same. So maybe you worked as a business analyst and you move to a data manager position, right? So your skills will be different. But if you work same positions, business analyst for 3-4 years, then it makes sense to having the same skills, requirement analysis, agile, right? Different tools. So it depends. It depends from people to people. But for us students, initially, I will say if you add Texas A&M Commerce here, or your university name, what are the job you're working, add certain skills that you're using in that job role. And also it would be best if those skills is relevant to the job you're looking to land next. So your target job is software engineer or data engineer, right? Try to use those top skills and add it here. So people know that you already worked here. And however, when you add certain things, you should in the description mention as well. It's not just in the skills section. So someone can just look at the skills, but if you don't have a description what you have done, then it's not valid, right? Like how do I know you are skilled? So you need to add in your description as well, relevant to the skills what you have done, and add numbers, use metrics. Everyone will say the same thing. The more numbers you can add, it is better. Yeah, so tell me any questions you have so far. I will take questions and then I will continue more. Is it possible for few managers not having LinkedIn? Few managers, what do you mean? Like a hiring manager? For some hiring manager, if they're hiring someone from LinkedIn, then obviously they will have, okay, company managers. It could be, but at least the recruiters will use LinkedIn. Let's say someone who is a VP position, they are hiring someone in director level, right? They might not have LinkedIn, but someone who is hiring for the recruiter level people, they are going to have, still going to use LinkedIn, Indeed, or whatever platform they're using, like ZipRecruiter, to fetch those candidates. However, how they are going to find the people, right? How they need to know a pool of candidates they are looking for job, so they can help them, right? So one more thing I want to add is share your LinkedIn profile here in the message and connect with each other. So you can do is here, if you go more, you see send profile in a message and type this link and share it with everyone. I want you guys to connect with each other so you can endorse your skills. And this is going to be my next thing. So when you are adding different skills here, you should have endorsement. So if you add certain skills for me, let's say leadership, teamwork, public speaking, if I don't have endorsement, that means when I work with people, it's not that validate, right, that I am good in that skill. So share your link here and connect with each other. Even you can go to my LinkedIn profile and endorse me for certain links. That would be really helpful. So this just shows that you are known for your leadership skills. You are known for your public speaking skills, right? That's going to help you in your job search. So this section, try to add as many skills as you can, just because when the recruiters are looking for candidates in LinkedIn, not in the job application, what they do, they use SEO, right? The search engine optimization. And the more endorsement or the skills you have in this section, that's going to, your profile is going to pop up in that top 50 candidates. So let's say someone is looking for a program manager. So because I have added those skills, before even I apply, the recruiters can contact to me because they know that, oh, this Shushmita has these skills. Some people already endorse that person, and also I have recommendation from where I work from. So it's easy for them to know this is a valid person. She actually knows about program management. So it goes same for whoever you are, whatever job you're looking for. If you're looking for business analyst, marketing analyst, same thing. So you need to do is add all the 50 skills, endorse each other, right? Some people say, hey, I don't know someone who will gonna endorse me. So help each other. Yeah, Krishna, you add Rainy, Joseph, and Arbaz, everyone, right? So, and then endorse each other's skills, add those skills, endorse each other's skills. So it will going to help your profile popped up when a recruiter is looking for a candidate. And recommendation, I highly request you to reach out to all your previous employer plus your professors who work with you and be very specific on what they write. You should tell them, I want to highlight in these skills because I'm looking for business analyst job. So I need something in my recommendation that's going to show I'm a fast learner, I'm easy to work with, I work with multiple projects, right? Or your leadership skills. So make sure you highlight those instead of just saying, oh, I wish him the best for the next job. Not like that. Very specific, what job or what work you have done, what kind of working relationship you have with that referral, and what he can focus. So once you tell that, it's going to help you stand out in your LinkedIn profile as well. And in courses also, I will say add all the courses you have done in your undergrad or bachelor's as well as master's. For honors and awards, it's another section you can use if you want to tell a story that you cannot use in the resume, right? Like you cannot give everything in the resume. So that's how your LinkedIn profile is different. You can add any of the awards you have received, different stage, and then the language section. And also organization is something, did you work in a volunteer organization? If yes, definitely use this section to add those. It's always good to have, good to show something you worked outside of your coursework. You have done certain extracurricular activity outside of your regular day-to-day work. So that means you can handle multiple things at a time. So when you are studying, you're working in a different student organization, that means you already take some time out of your study work. And there was a question. I tried to put my direct link in my workplace or student organization, doesn't show in my profile. Is that related to the verifying work email? Direct link of my workplace or student organization. Oh, like how to add? Okay, so I can show. So I don't have anything in this role. So what am I going to do? I'm going to edit it. Again, click edit. Okay. So you need to edit that option and you will see there is a link called media, like add media. You can add that. Here, you see there's an option called media. Add a link or external documents, photos. You can just add some photos or certain video as well. So recently, a lot of people I have seen they're making a 1 to 2 minute video explaining their work, explaining about themselves, and they add it here as well. And we already have an option in the LinkedIn where you can add a profile video, right? So when a recruiter is looking into your profile, you have a 1 minute speech about, oh, this is I have done, this is the job I want. So thank you for visiting my profile, right? So people are already noticing your profile and it's different. It's making you stand out from all the other business analysts. It's making you stand out from all the data analysts right now who are looking for a job, right? So that's how you can actually utilize LinkedIn to stand out even before you apply for the job. Those are some of the skills. And definitely network. So if you're looking for a job in Walmart, reach out to 5 different recruiters. So don't just like approach one person, because what happens is that person could be busy or not active in LinkedIn, right? So then they will not see your message. So don't just apply one person, don't just text one person. Try to reach 4 or 5 people and ask for how they can help you. After you apply for a job, tell them the job ID, that this is the job I applied, and can we talk for 2-3 minutes, right? Like this is one sentence value proposition line, right? Why you are the best candidate, why we should hire you, instead of dumping all the skills. So I have these skills, that skills. No, not like that. And the best is, if your LinkedIn profile is already good, even if you message them before you say something, what they're gonna do is check your LinkedIn profile, right? They will go to your LinkedIn profile, and if you have all this information, they already know you are a good candidate. So one thing before we end, it's use your banner. You can go to Canva and add a banner, like create a banner, something I did for the sessions, right? Like you see, I write Sushmita Bashir, program manager. So you can create similar banner with your picture, professional headshot. And if you are looking for a business analyst,